going on, y'all? Welcome back to the No Filter Podcast. I am your boy Brandon, and today we have our very first guest of the podcast. We have my boy Manuel here. Manuel, say what's up to the people, man.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
All right, guys. So this is my friend he's been like basically a brother I never had for. Damn, how long have we known each other?
Well, it was after high school, so
Like 2016 winter.
yeah, 2016.
2016 winter. But yeah, man, this is basically my homie and stuff like that. And we're just gonna chop it up today. So I don't know if you saw, but the first thing I wanted to talk about, because I saw it today in the morning, was Deshaun Watson.
Oh no, what happened?
So they made it official that he's gonna be suspended for 11 games, and he has to pay like a fine or something like that.
Because originally it was 6 games, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But they made it final today, and then so basically, like, who do you think they play on the 12th game?
I don't know. I haven't looked at their schedule.
It's the Texans.
Okay.
So, do you think the NFL did that on purpose, or do you think it's just like...
I mean, it could be coincidental, but like, damn.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
Did you hear what the fans were yelling at him during the preseason game?
Nuh-uh.
They're like saying a lot of like stuff at him.
Like about the sexual assault.
Right.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Damn.
Is that a road game too against the Texans?
Yeah. It's official.
That's
yeah.
gonna be bad then.
It's gonna... And it's over there, I think, too.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, it's... Dude, I think the NFL is low-key petty for that, but I think they also know they're going to get, like, their viewers and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
So
sure.
they did it for a reason. But I know Roger Goodell has been, like, not so quiet with it. Like, he's been talking about, like, Deshaun and saying it wasn't right what he did and stuff. Like he basically is talking, like, where he stands on the whole thing. But, yeah, I just thought that was fucking wild for that. Do you think 11 games is enough?
I don't know. I mean, because how many allegations did he get? It's like 20 plus, right?
Oh, yeah, it's 20 plus.
That's a lot, dude. Like, it doesn't look good.
Yeah, that is a lot. But, I mean, yeah, the whole situation is crazy, but it's finally like, I mean, pretty much it's 11 games and that's it. Now it's the final thing.
Because it's kind of crazy. Who was it that got suspended for a year? The one that got caught betting on games? Wasn't it like Calvin Ridley?
Yeah, from the Falcons.
So a whole year for that. And then Deshaun Watson, all these 20 plus allegations. He gets first 6 games, and then now 11's like,
yeah,
you know.
I think Calvin Ridley has 17 or something like that.
Is it 17 games?
Yeah,
I thought it was a whole year.
It's pretty high up there.
Oh, what do you mean?
It's like 17 games or something like that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know how that whole thing works, but basically the whole year.
Right.
Yeah, that's crazy though. But I don't know, maybe just because Deshaun is Deshaun.
Yeah.
But did you see him play in that preseason game or no?
Not really. I mean, I was watching highlights of all the games from week 1.
Yeah.
But I didn't really see much.
It was not good.
No.
Yeah, man. Talking about football though, how do you think your Cowboys gonna do?
I mean, well, okay, so we played the Broncos.
Yeah.
Our O-line was not doing good. Like,
I didn't see the preseason game.
well, I was just watching the highlights, but
Okay.
just like based off of that, like their defense was like tearing us up.
Damn.
Because that's the one thing I felt these past couple of years. It's like our O-line needs to be built back up.
Mm-hmm.
Because I mean, we have Dak, we have Ezekiel, but like our O-line isn't the same how it used to be before. Like we used to have Travis Frederick at center. You know, we have Zach Martin, Tyron Smith. Tyron Smith, he's not the same anymore. He's always injured. He's in and out. So our best guy is Zach Martin, but he's getting up there now in age. So it's like when you start putting like better players around him on, because I mean the line's the one that controls the game pretty much.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, whoever has the better line is gonna dominate the game, and then from there you start doing your skill positions.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but I mean I don't really have that high expectations.
You guys think do you think you'll make the playoffs?
Let's see, because I haven't really thought about the rest of the division. So Philly, Commanders, I don't think they'll do good this year.
Yeah, probably not.
Probably not Giants. I mean, probably Philly will be the only one. They'll be legit this year to get the division.
Giants, I don't think so either.
I don't think so, but yeah, I think if we get past Philly, I think we'll be okay. But like making playoffs,
yeah,
we'll see.
Yeah, it's gonna be a tough road though. If you guys do make the playoffs. But I don't know. It's gonna be an interesting season, man. I'm excited though.
Yeah, me too. I mean, we got a lot of new players in different teams. You know,
For real.
We got Russell in Denver. The AFC West, I'm looking a little forward to watching since they have so many like change-ups in their lineups.
Pretty much that whole division is wild. Like if you think about it.
No, right. So we have Russell in Denver.
Yeah.
And then we have Khalil Mack with the Chargers. You know, and then we have Juju with Kansas City.
Yeah.
Who else? Raiders, and then Raiders got Devontae Adams.
Yeah.
You know, so
Chandler
it's like,
Jones as well.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be tough. Honestly, though, I think Denver is probably gonna get last, in my opinion.
Really? Yeah.
And then, I would say maybe the Chiefs at third.
So you think they want to do the same without Tyreek?
I don't think so.
I
just don't think. I know Juju is good, but I don't think he's gonna. He's just not gonna mesh well with like Pat Mahomes and all them. I just don't see it happening. But I mean, I could be wrong, because I think the same thing with Devontae. Like, I don't think at first he's gonna mesh well with Derek Carr, even though everybody thinks he's going to.
It's been a lot of years since he last played.
I think eventually they'll get it, but the only reason I say it about the Chiefs is because like they have other new receivers as well. It's not just Juju.
Right.
And then basically the Raiders, they're just adding Devontae, but Derek already has that chemistry with like Hunter Renfrow.
Right.
So he already has the other people, like in case he's just not connecting well with Devontae. And then I mean the Chargers they're pretty good.
Honestly, I got them taking the division.
Yeah.
I mean, Justin Herbert.
He's a beast.
Especially with Khalil Mack, with Joey Bosa right there on the defensive line.
Exactly. Yeah, I think Khalil Mack was just that little missing piece that they had on the defense. Because they're pretty solid. They have like Derwin James and stuff back there as well.
Right.
So, yeah, I think they're pretty solid. Yeah, that's a game that's going to be good, Raiders and Chargers, I think.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
But, yeah, definitely that whole division is going to be probably, to be honest, I think out of all of the divisions, I think that one's going to be the most exciting to watch.
For sure, yeah.
Yeah, that's going to be exciting. But, yeah, man, let's switch it up a little bit. For those of you guys that don't know, Manuel's a big Marvel fan, like probably the biggest Marvel fan I know. So let's talk about that. Did you watch She-Hulk yesterday?
Today, yeah.
Yeah. All right. So we're gonna talk about She-Hulk right now. So if you haven't seen it, I'll tell you guys when you guys can tune back in. Just kind of skip forward a little bit.
Good start. It's a very humorous show. So the tone's very, how do I say it? Because she's very funny. She's very sarcastic.
Yeah.
Which she is in the comics. She does a lot of traits she does in the comics. She does break the fourth wall a couple times. A lot of people.
I mean, she kind of did it right away, huh?
She does.
Yeah.
You know? And then a lot of people associate that with Deadpool. And she did.
Yeah.
She did that way before Deadpool was even in the comics. So that was nice to see.
Okay.
And then we get Bruce Banner back, you know, and they do fill in a lot of stuff that happened between movies, which is really good. Like this first episode's pretty solid. Like they do good.
Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say like this first episode does a lot of good job of like filling in some gaps between certain events throughout the movies.
Yeah, I thought he did a really good job. I just thought it was good, and I just liked how Bruce kind of came in it pretty quickly. Like, for some reason, I thought it was going to wait a while for him to come in the series, I guess.
You've seen the episode, right?
Yeah, I have.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But he came in, pretty much right away, which I wasn't expecting.
Right.
Which was dope. And I liked how, I don't know, I just like the whole thing. So, basically, right now, they're just telling the story of how she got there, huh?
Right. So, this first episode, which I really liked, is got her origin story out of the way.
Yeah. So,
now we have because this show has total episodes of 9. Mm-hmm. So then now the later 8 can focus on whatever story they have going on here.
Yeah.
Which I like,
I liked it. I liked how they brought up Tony and then Captain America. That was pretty sick.
Wait, are we talking spoilers yet or?
Yeah, I'll write in the description of when they can if you haven't seen it, the people when to move on. But yeah, we could talk about it. But yeah, man, I thought it was cool, and then I didn't really get the post credit. Like, was it just for the joke?
Yeah, and then so what I heard is that after each episode, there's gonna be a post credit scene.
Oh, each episode.
Right.
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, these are pretty short episodes. They're doing the same thing like they do with WandaVision, where it was 9 episodes, but the episodes are really short, like 30 minutes or a little over 30.
Do you know how many episodes there's gonna be?
9. Yeah, because like for the most part, we've gone 6-part shows or 6 episodes, and they're like close to an hour.
Okay.
But this instead is 9 and then 30 minutes each.
Okay. So I know they haven't really explained it, and I'm sure they'll explain it later. But since you're into comics and stuff, do you know the reason why she's able to adjust so quickly? Because even Bruce was kind of like, "Yo, what the hell?"
Right. It has to be something with her genes or something. Yeah, because the way they played off in the show, at least, is that because Bruce, at least in this version of the MCU, he wasn't very good at holding in his anger.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
but then in the show, in this episode, she explains like how well she has to like control herself,
because she's a female.
Right.
Yeah.
And then saying how like she has to kind of like stay in line, whatever, smile more, whatever, like adjust to the gender norms pretty much, But comics wise, I forget, because the way she becomes She-Hulk in the show is different than the comics.
Oh, okay.
Which I think they did a little better in this one, because in the comics she's like she's working on a case, and like some mobsters like shoot her, and then like they have to take her to the hospital, and then from there Bruce has to give her a blood transfusion.
Oh,
which is kind of reckless, because this version of Bruce, I wouldn't see him doing that, because he already knows what his blood can do.
Yeah.
Like we even see in the beginning of the episode, he's like, "Oh, you don't get away," right? When he's bleeding, then right.
So this one's a little bit more like, I mean, it's obviously not a reality, but if it was to happen, like this would be closer to reality than him like actually giving her the transfusion.
Right. Yeah. Like I wouldn't see this version of Bruce like willingly giving her a blood transfusion.
Yeah.
Because he sees that he sees the dangers of being the Hulk. Because I don't know if you remember the old Incredible Hulk movie with Edward Norton.
Yeah.
So remember he was talking to that one character. What's his name? It was like Samuel something, I forget. But
Yes. Yeah.
But like Blue, the guy who was talking to him, working a cure, and then he saw that he was like making copies of his blood and whatnot. He was kind of freaking out. He's like, we gotta get rid of all this.
Yeah.
He's a character I hope
will come in,
because I don't know if you remember at the end, like he makes Abomination, and then he gets knocked back. He gets like a cut on his head, and then some of Bruce's blood lands on him, and then like the head starts bulging. Yeah. So he's supposed to be like another big time villain.
I forgot about that until you brought it up. Yeah.
Right. So he's supposed to be another big time villain named the Leader, but that movie was so long ago, and then I don't know if Marvel will ever make a solo movie with Hulk, because Universal owns the solo rights to that. So they have like a deal where Hulk can appear in all these Avengers projects. But like a solo movie, that's up to Universal. That'd be
wild. Man, you know what I was thinking when I saw the description? I didn't realize that she was like 6'7" when she turns into She-Hulk.
Yeah, the whole point is like she's very, because as Jen Walters, she's like very timid, like she's very to herself. But then when she turns into She-Hulk, she's very like, she gains a lot of more confidence. Yeah. Which I really like. Oh, I hope they show a little bit more of that.
It was just wild when I thought about it, because like obviously like looking or watching the show, you're like, damn, she's like huge and and stuff like that. And then another part of me was like, isn't Yao Ming like 7 something?
Is he?
I think so. So he's like low key. LeBron James is 6'9".
So he's roughly around their size.
Yeah. So like if you think about it, that's kind of weird.
No, yeah.
I mean, obviously she's like way stronger and shit, but it's just like, I don't know. That was just so funny to me. But yeah, like I don't know. Curious to see where they're gonna go with it.
Because this is the last show of Phase 4 in this year. So I think what they're gonna do is maybe like, because we're gonna get more characters in the show. Yeah. Like in the trailers, they've already showed off Wong popping up, Abomination. Yeah. Daredevil. Oh yes. Which I'm really excited about, and especially of the shots that they've shown off of him. I don't know if you ever watched the the original Netflix Daredevil show?
I've only seen some, not a lot of them.
We should watch it. Like finish it. It's pretty good.
Yeah, I'm going to, especially now that they're doing this.
Right, and especially like if you ever want to rewatch like any of the old Netflix shows, they're all on Disney Plus now.
Yeah.
Daredevil's the one. Like that's the best one right there.
Do you think Spider-Man's gonna come out?
No, because I read it somewhere where the producers actually wanted him in the show, but they told him no. I guess they're saving him for something else.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so,
because I was like, because he came out in the Spider-Man movie like very quickly,
right?
So I was like, okay, that I knew they were probably gonna do something for him, and that was the reason they put him in the movie,
right?
So, but I thought like with this, maybe Spider-Man would somehow,
right? It would have been nice, but nah, he won't be in the show.
Okay, that's tight though that they're actually using him.
No, right, and it's the same actor too.
Yeah.
And then he is also getting his own show as Daredevil, and that one's gonna be 18 episodes. So that's gonna be it's gonna be an actual show compared to like a series.
Yeah.
You know, where we've got only like 6 to 9 episodes.
Yeah.
The only thing is, I don't know if it's gonna be like more mature.
Yeah, because the ones that I have seen from like the Netflix things, it's a little bit too much for Disney Plus, I think.
Right. Yeah.
But I know the last time we spoke, we talked about I think you brought up Deadpool. That was on Disney Plus. Now.
So they have Deadpool 1, 2, and Logan, which are all rated R movies on Disney Plus.
And they're regular, right? They don't cut out certain scenes.
Oh, honestly, I haven't gone to watch it, but I don't think they would have edited them.
Yeah.
Because Disney Plus does have the options of having like a, how do you say it?
Like a children.
Like they have the children's profile, regular one, and then you have like the mature profile.
Yeah.
Which I have for me. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty wild because like if they're already putting content like that, I mean, maybe so in future projects, they're having that Marvel Zombies show.
Okay.
It's the same animated style as What If.
Mm-hmm.
That one's going to be TVMA.
Oh.
So they're really pushing it more into like mature content, which, you know.
Damn, that's pretty sick because a lot of Disney, like people that follow like Marvel and stuff like that are like older.
Right, because I'm glad they're taking that approach. Like they don't have to make everything like rated R. I mean, just because it's rated R doesn't mean it's gonna be good.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
But it just gives them a little bit more liberty to like what they can show on the screen.
There's just because there's always some movies that kind of need that to make them like what they should be.
Right, like for the like Marvel properties, I really wish Venom 2 was rated R, especially since Carnage was in there.
Yeah.
And in the comics, he's really known as like a very violent character.
Yeah.
You know, so that was kind of a letdown that it was PG-13.
Yeah.
But then again, just because it's rated R doesn't mean it would have been good.
Yeah. It probably would have been a little
better, maybe.
Better though, for sure. Just because you, like I said, like you kind of expect characters like that to do like some crazy shit.
Right. Yeah.
So. Yeah, but I like that though. I mean, I think maybe with the whole Deadpool thing, they're kind of just testing it out and introducing like that type of movie to it, maybe.
Right. Yeah. Because also too, when they drop more content on Disney Plus, they're kind of like reminding viewers like, oh yeah, we have these characters too. So like, be on the lookout for them.
Yeah.
Appearing in future projects.
For sure. Yeah, man. I'm excited though for everything coming out. What's next? Black Panther?
Black Panther. I'm a little nervous for that one.
I am too. I'm like excited because I kind of know what's gonna happen. At least I think I do. And obviously they're gonna talk about like the whole Chadwick thing at the beginning, most likely. So I'm excited to see how they kind of just deal with that. Because it is kind of crazy. I mean, even though in the comics, like, eventually the sister becomes, like, Black Panther or whatever.
Right, yeah. But
they weren't... It just kind of... I'm kind of, like, interested because they probably weren't expecting... Obviously, they weren't expecting that to happen so quickly.
Right, yeah.
So, I'm just curious to see how they kind of adjusted to that. But I'm also nervous because it was so quick.
Right. Yeah, the one thing that probably... sad to see is, you know, we're not going to be able to see Chadwick go up, you know, like T'Challa go up against Namor. Because in the comics, they have a pretty intense rivalry with, you know, Wakanda, Atlantis always.
Yeah.
going to war with each other. Yeah, because like I know a lot of people online have been talking about like they should just recast T'Challa, and
I don't know.
I mean I'm like 50-50 on it, because again, like the character T'Challa, like they can do so much with him still.
Yeah.
And then like as long as like family of Chadwick's okay with it.
Yeah.
Because it kind of makes me wonder too. It's like, what if another, I don't want to jinx it, but like if another actor had to pass away, like say, if Tom Holland had passed away, would they replace Peter Parker, and then throw in Miles, or
yeah,
you know what I mean?
That's true.
I mean, I'm pretty sure they have a plan. Marvel has a plan. They've been doing it for like 10 years. They're already in the process of another 10-year plan.
Yeah.
I have faith in them. But it's just a little nervous about this one. Like I really want it to be. It's gonna make a lot of money for sure. A lot of people are gonna go watch this one.
I think it would be somewhat hard to recast just because Black Panther is kind of fresh in a way,
right?
And he's like the first character of the Black Panther, like
right, yeah,
the first guy to play him. And
right.
like Spider-Man, obviously there's been like 3.
That's true. Yeah.
So it's like it's a little different. I don't know. I think. I mean, either way, like they would have had to do something, but like they're pretty good at planning, so I'm sure they kind of thought about it too and just figured this would be like the best option.
Right.
Plus, she's super young, I'm guessing.
Right.
So, yeah, it's gonna be crazy.
I know. I'm looking forward to seeing what they do with Namor. I'm pretty sure he'll stick around in the MCU, because the one thing I kind of don't like, or a little trend they do, is like they kill off the villains.
Okay.
Or like they leave him alone and then we won't see him till like freaking so many movies later. So I hope he sticks around. There's a lot of rumors to other characters appearing in this movie.
Really?
Which I'm kind of like, well, it's rumors. I don't want to get like too excited about it. Like I don't want to like have my expectations up too high, and then
What's the biggest one you've heard so far?
I'm hearing Doctor Doom might appear in it, because we do have a Fantastic Four movie coming.
Yes.
So it would be cool to see them drop him here first. Like it doesn't have to be like anything big. Like it could be like a cameo or something, or even a post-credit scene.
Kind of like Daredevil, like how he came on Spider-Man.
Right, because they do a lot of stuff like that. Like remember Abomination had that quick cameo in Shang-Chi?
Yeah.
They did that for a reason.
Yeah,
and then
for sure.
So we're gonna see like why he's hanging out with Wong in this the She-Hulk show.
Yeah.
But yeah, Doctor Doom, I'm really excited. Especially the Fantastic Four, because they have a lot of interesting villains to appear. They have Doctor Doom, Galactus. They have the Skrulls, the shape-shifting aliens from Captain Marvel. It's a library of characters they have access to. They can start introducing Silver Surfer. They have
the Skrulls are from there.
I want to say yes, but yeah, they're mostly associated with like fighting the Fantastic Four a lot.
Oh damn! That's crazy. Yeah, I mean they kind of just like disappeared. Like I would have expected them to come back somehow already.
I'm pretty sure they're gonna come back because they do have a Secret Invasion show with Samuel Jackson's.
Oh really?
Fury. So I'm pretty sure because
is that coming up?
I think it's next year. I want to say it's next year.
Okay. Yeah, I was kind of wondering about that because I mean obviously they kind of. I can't remember the Captain Marvel movie like everything, but I do remember. I think at the end. They're playing somebody and then they shift back to their like scroll self or whatever. So it's kind of like they're going to come back or play a big part or something. But then all these movies and stuff have passed by and they haven't like.
Right. Because I think the last time we seen him, I think was in WandaVision. Because it's like in the post-credit scene. One of them is like one of the SHIELD or SWORD agents talking to Monica Rambeau. And then they're alluding to like, oh, we got to talk to your friend.
Yeah,
up there, which is Nick Fury.
Oh yes. Yeah,
so that's the last time I think we've seen him.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, they're gonna come back in a big way though.
Damn. Yeah, all right, let's take a little break real quick, and then we'll come back. Hey guys, we're back from the break. So where were we at? We're talking about the scrolls and stuff.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, so they kind of just disappeared. But like you said, I'm sure they'll come back.
Right, because like we see him impersonating a lot of people. It's like
that's what I've been thinking about too. Like
so
in my mind, like they haven't came out at all. But also I'm like, oh, they can be other people, so we don't really know.
Right, because my only question is like, what exactly have they been up to since the end of Captain Marvel? Because that movie is set in the 90s, which is before a lot of like the Marvel movies. So like it takes place before all the movies besides what the first Captain America movie, which was back in the 40s. So they've been around for a while. We just don't know of their existence because they're in like hiding. Like they're literally in plain sight.
Yeah. Yeah. I sometimes I forget she's like one of the first ones.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Too. Like, what has she been up to this whole time between Captain Marvel and then Endgame when she makes her appearance?
So she's came out in those two movies and then the post credit of Shang-Chi.
Yes. Kind of have some other spoilers because she does appear in another show.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know if you watched it.
Is it
the spoilers one?
The Miss Marvel one? I haven't seen it, but I'm guessing it's the last episode post credit.
Yeah, she does appear.
Okay, yeah, I kind of expected that just because the names.
Right.
But I seen like on social media like, oh, the post credit after Miss Marvel's like
the show was okay. Like it was, it was a cool little.
I heard mixed things about the show.
It's a cool little like kid show. I mean, they did some things right. Some of the things they could have left out. Like the character of Kamala, like she's really good.
Mm-hmm.
She's a young kid. She could be a future Avenger, but again, very young in her career. But
do you think they're planning that?
They possibly could be because they do have a lot of characters that could make up like a young Avengers team.
Because like the one from Doctor Strange, right? She can
be
something.
America Chavez, yeah, her. She could be her. We have Kate Bishop and Hawkeye. We also have Wanda's kids if they do make a reappearance, which I'm pretty sure they will. And then apparently, remember in Falcon and the Winter Soldier when they go visit, what's his name? It's like Isaiah Bradley or something. That like old guy. He was like a black super soldier.
Oh yeah.
So his grandson,
his grandson.
Yeah, is apparently Patriot, which is like a younger or like a kid Captain America. But,
oh damn!
I think they say his name. It's like Isaiah. I think so. I think they even put in the credits as well. So him. Who else?
I forgot about him.
Ant-Man's daughter, Cassie, because in the comics she does become Stature, and they did recast the actress from who they had her playing Endgame. It's not the same because you know how they have the. So they have her as a kid in the first two Ant-Man movies, and then we get to Endgame, we get the 5-year jump, and then Cassie's like all grown up now. It won't be that same actress. It's gonna be another one. I forget who it is, but
okay.
I feel like they did it for a reason. Like they're gonna start getting her into like the Stature role, which is like her superhero name.
Because there is another Ant-Man movie coming out, huh?
Right. I'm excited for that one. That's in February. So that will kick off Phase 5. So that will
That's the first movie of the year?
Yeah, February. Okay. Yeah, because in that one, they're going to start introducing the next big bad, which is Kang. Now you've seen Loki.
Yeah.
So that was a variant of Kang. Cause I feel like the way, because all these movies, I mean, it's kind of early, but they're leading to, I don't know if you saw like the Comic-Con announcements.
Yeah, I saw it.
So they showed off, Avengers.
There's two Avengers movies coming out.
Right. So there's the King Dynasty and then Secret Wars. Secret Wars I'm really excited about. Because possibly we could get like different versions of characters from past movies. Like the possibilities are pretty crazy.
Yeah. Especially because they're introducing all this before that.
Right. Because I know...
Because those are the last things, right?
Right. Because those two movies will close out Phase 6 and ultimately like the whole multiverse saga. I know a lot of people complain that they're introducing too many characters. I mean, it can be a lot to follow up, especially with the movies, and now they're coming out with shows.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's it speeds up the process much faster compared to like the original like phase 1 where you had like the 2 Iron Man movies, the 1 Cap movie, Hulk, Thor, and then you get them together for Avengers. Like, kind of took them a little bit to get there. But with this, like, I feel like, especially too with all these projects, like these, like, we have She-Hulk. We're starting to get like a lot of more crossover characters appearing in those. Like, we don't have to wait for like the big team up movies to see these characters interact. Yeah, which I'm starting to like. Yeah, because I mean that's how it really is in the comics. Like, characters can interact and come across each other like at any given point.
And Disney's so smart about that because they know that you have to pay for Disney Plus, right? And like now it's kind of like if you don't see the shows, you're not gonna get things that pop out in the movies.
I mean, it is a little unfortunate, but at the same time, it's rewarding when you're in the know, because it makes the experience that much better.
Yeah, exactly. It's dope. It's just like they're just so smart about it, right? The way they went about it. But yeah, I like it though because like before the shows, I mean, obviously you would have to. There's a good enough gap between the movies that you would just have to kind of just wait, right? And now it's kind of like there's shows coming out between. So that you're just always constantly being able to watch something.
I'm not complaining. Like, I'm always happy to get more content. Yeah, for sure. As long as it's good, though. Yeah. Or decent.
So far, they haven't really missed. Like, I don't think Marvel will ever completely miss like terrible. Right. Obviously, they miss, but it's just like they've kind of set a standard so high that even if they don't do as good on a movie, it's still somewhat better than a lot of other movies.
Right. I think the only project I feel kind of iffy about, like, I really don't care much, is the Eternals movie.
Really?
Like, it was interesting to watch, but at the moment, it's like, I have to rewatch it again because I haven't watched it since, went to go watch it in November.
It wasn't top, like, that's kind of what I mean, though. That's a good point because, like, the Eternals wasn't the greatest movie. Like, they kind of missed a little bit.
No, like, it wasn't a bad movie at all, but it just wasn't for me. I think,
because they did somewhat miss though a little bit with it. But then if you compare it to like Morbius, it's like, to me that one was way better. So that's what I'm saying. Like, even though they miss sometimes, it's still better than something else. It's just that their standard is so high. Right. It's just like you kind of just expect it to be high. Right. But yeah. So far out of all of them, though, I think the Morbius one might be the worst one. That one was tough to watch.
Yeah, I mean, especially with Sony, I'm a little concerned with their projects because they're wanting to do a lot of more like standalone movies for their
characters,
for the Spider-Man villains. Because we are getting Kraven the Hunter movie with what was it, Aaron Taylor Johnson, the actor that played Quicksilver in Age of Ultron. Yeah. So I might be interested to see that one, depending on what the story is. I know they have, what was it? Was it Bad Bunny? I think it's Bad Bunny. They have playing it as some like lesser known Spider-Man villain. I forget the name, but he's he's like a wrestler or something. Okay. Yeah, it's kind of like a bottom of the barrel character. Like, so it's like, I don't know. They do have a Madam Web movie coming out or in development.
Whatever happened to the Rhino one?
Rhino, like,
what's his name? He's like it's like a rhino robot that he gets into. It came out in the
Amazing Spider-Man 2, Andrew Garfield. That was it. Because
they kind of at the end of that movie, they made it seem like he was gonna come back somehow.
Right, because the movie does end on the cliffhanger with
like them about to fight.
Right, and then also they were teasing like other members.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, they were setting up, because I know they were supposed to have a Sinister Six movie. Okay. Because at the end of that movie, you can see, like, I forget what the guy is, but there's some guy like walking in Oscorp, I think it's Oscorp, or some facility, and you see like Dr. Octopus's arms, you see like Vulture's wings. So it's like, hinting at like more characters to come, but
that's true.
They never did it though.
Yeah. Vulture is one that's gonna come back for sure. I'm guessing just because he came on the Morbius post credit. Yeah. I mean, that's really the only reason he would come back or I have like the indication that he's going to come back.
Right. I mean,
I still don't know what that was really about.
Yeah. Of all the post credit scenes I've ever seen, that was probably like the worst one. Yeah. Like, it made no sense why he was there.
I don't get it. And then like, I don't think Morbius. I mean, obviously they intended that so they can introduce them in the future somehow, maybe.
Right,
But
like they want these characters to interact, but the way they did it didn't really make sense.
yeah, that plus, I don't think Morbius is gonna come back.
I mean, probably not another Morbius movie, but I mean, they could bring the character back for whatever they got going on.
Do you think they should recast? Just because, like,
I don't think Jared Leto did a bad job playing Morbius. I think just the story wasn't good.
Yeah,
You know,
that's true.
but I mean, yeah. I mean, Jared Leto, he's a good actor, but I don't know. He kind of his performance was kind of like whatever. Like it wasn't bad. It wasn't really like. It doesn't get me like comparing him as like, what RDJ is to Iron Man, what Toby's to Spider-Man, what Hugh Jackman is to Wolverine.
Yes. Yeah.
But, I mean, we'll see.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just I just wasn't really feeling it. Like, do you think it would be weird if they recasted him?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, just because. Yeah, I don't know.
Like it'll be better for them just to keep consistency, because that's what's made the MCU so. I mean, probably part of why it's so successful is because like it's so consistent with like all the actors they have.
Yeah, that's true.
It's a lot of familiar faces because you watch a movie and then you see him again and you start like, it's easy for you to hop into a certain project because you're like, oh, so and so's in this movie.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's very interesting. I don't know. I don't know. It's kind of sad too that they brought it back.
Yeah, and it bombed again too. Yeah,
like to bomb twice is kind of like
that. And then I mean, you've seen the meme of like, how does it go? It's like it's Morbin time or something.
I haven't.
You haven't? Oh my god, it's so that's dumb. Like
it just wasn't good.
Yeah,
it's just sad. It wasn't good.
I wanted it to be good, but no, it wasn't.
Like the trailer was legit better than the movie.
Right. Well, the thing is, in the trailer too, they really baited us.
Oh, for sure.
Because there is that shot of him like in the orange jumpsuit, whatever, and then he's like walking by, and they see like a poster of like Spider-Man, and then on it says murder. So I was like, oh, and then you see Michael Keaton's Vulture in the trailer, and he doesn't even appear until like the post-credit scenes.
Yeah.
So they really baited us on that one. So I was like, man.
So I'm sure they recorded it, and it's like a cutscene maybe, and they just decided to take it out.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they have a lot of deleted footage.
Because I saw a deleted scene of I forgot which Avengers one. Is it Endgame? When does Tony die? It's Endgame, right?
Yeah, Endgame.
So when Tony's dying, like all the characters get in a circle and they get on a knee.
Yeah.
So that was cut from the movie, right?
Yeah, I'm kind of glad they didn't do that, because imagine going from that and then to the funeral scene. Like, yeah, I feel like the funeral scene was a good homage, like of all the heroes showing their respects for him. Yeah. Because like you see them send away his first arc reactor, whatever, and then the camera pans to like all the characters, that were there.
You're kind of right, because if they did that whole like knee thing, it was kind of like already saying like goodbye to the character, right? And then you'd have to go back to saying another goodbye, right? So that would have been a little
like
weird.
It was cool to see, but I mean, it was okay. They left it out.
Yeah, that's true. It's just interesting to see like a lot of the deleted stuff.
All right, yeah.
Cause damn, which other movie is it? There was another poster of a movie. I think it was an Avengers movie, and the way they show it didn't come out in the movie like that. I can't think right now, but there's been a lot of posters I feel like that have just kind of baited you.
Right, yeah.
And they don't end up showing it in the movie.
I mean, there's examples where it does work and where it doesn't. Like, I remember for the first trailer for Infinity War, there's like that ending shot of like all the Avengers in Wakanda. They're like charging at the screen.
That's what I'm talking
about.
And
then you see Hulk, in his Hulk form. Mm-hmm. But the funny thing is, he never really hulks on like only at the beginning of the movie.
That's what I was thinking. About. Yeah.
So like in that case, it's kind of like, oh, that's kind of lame. But at the same time, like it didn't make the movie worse.
Yeah.
It's like they do stuff like that just to kind of keep the audience on their toes. Because the only thing is, I kind of don't like when Marvel releases too many TV spots and trailers because they kind of give away the movie somewhat.
Yeah.
You know, but like I mean, I could not watch it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I can't help it because it helps build up the anticipation, the hype. I mean, so far they've been okay. I mean, No Way Home was pretty good. I mean, we already knew
For sure.
Toby and Andrew were gonna pop up.
Yeah.
So, but
it was crazy because everybody basically knew it was gonna happen, but still seeing it happen, you're still like,
not right.
this is actually happening.
Yeah, honestly, that was probably like one of the best movie experiences I ever had.
Yeah.
Like
That. Yeah.
Like that, I would say that one and Endgame. Those are like my top. Yeah.
Movie experiences, you were saying?
Yeah.
Like
so,
in the theater?
yeah, so that would be No Way Home,
I'm not
Endgame, and Infinity War.
I was gonna say,
Dude, that movie drained me.
because when we went to go see, so for those of you guys that don't know, by the way, we literally go watch every single like Marvel movie together now. We have our group, and then so we basically go to every movie together, and then we kind of just talk about it. So yeah, when we went to go see Infinity War, I just like, everybody's reaction was just like, it was just crazy.
Like that movie to me is equivalent to like, because it was just a shocking, like, we already, like the way the movie ended, we already knew the Avengers were gonna come back, but like this is the first one where like they lost.
Yeah, no, obviously they're gonna come back,
right?
But I was just like, so it was just the emotional ride. Like, you have Thor, like he's literally, you think he's gonna fucking just win the battle, and then that happens, and then I kind of just remember like looking at my watch. I'm like, wait, is it gonna end like this? Like, yo, what the fuck? They're actually gonna end it like this? And that was something like, usually by the time the movie ends, like the hero has won or whatever. So this time it was just like, it was just crazy. Like the whole theater was like, yeah, like beat Thor's ass. I mean, beat fucking Thanos' ass and all this shit. And then everybody was just like dead silent. Like, literally, there was no sound in the theater. Like everybody just shut down. Jaws dropped. It was wild.
Yeah, that's a very like, the most shocking experience for sure is Infinity War for me.
I think we literally walked out of the theater like nobody said a word to each other.
Yeah, that movie drained me. I remember for after the movie came out, people would ask me, "Oh, how's Infinity War?" I didn't want to talk about it.
Yeah, especially like if you hadn't seen it, and like, yeah, that would have been like, oh.
Like, even to people that did see it, like I was like, I would just like shake my head. Like it was, because it was such a good movie too. Because like it was a culmination of like getting all these heroes together, and then like they finally got to like what all these movies were building up to, which was Thanos. And ever since then he's become a household name. Like he's literally like one of the best like movie villains of all time. Just the fact that he was able to. And the cool thing about the movie too is like it's essentially his movie. Like sure. We get like we see all the other characters and whatnot, but like the most screen time, definitely on him
for sure.
But yeah, like that movie's always gonna hold a special place. Like, because me personally, I do prefer Endgame over Infinity War, because Infinity War was kind of like the pitch, and then Endgame was like the home run. But like I feel like one wouldn't work without the other.
Yeah,
like they work so well together.
It was kind of crazy because you low-key, when it came to Endgame, it was basically this kind of the same emotion, just in a different way. Because obviously, like, they beat Thanos, but then Tony died.
Right.
So it was kind of the same emotion, but it's just different though.
Yeah, it's still a very draining movie the first time you watch it, but it's just more satisfaction. Yeah. Because again, that's like the culmination of all the movies that have come. They've wrapped up the saga. And yeah, that movie definitely top favorite movies of all time.
Endgame?
For sure.
Yeah. Man, I just cannot get... For some reason, I'll just like the ending of Infinity War has always got to me.
Oh no, yeah, for sure. Like that, it will stick with me forever. Like I literally rewatched it the other day, and like still, I was like, damn, they really did this. They made us wait a whole year to see the conclusion of the story.
All right, so we have a couple minutes left. So let's just end it with two questions.
All right.
Top 3 Marvel movies of all time.
Ooh. All right, for sure, Spider-Man 2 has to be on there with Tobey.
Okay.
That's a really good one. Because I feel like that one really shows how Peter struggles with being Peter Parker and Spider-Man.
Okay.
You know, meanwhile trying to do like what's right. Like, they do show that a lot in the Tom Holland movies of him having to choose between being a hero and a kid.
They do.
But Spider-Man 2, that's like the definitive Spider-Man movie for me. So yeah, so Spider-Man 2. I really like Captain America Civil War. That one was a really good one for me.
Yeah, that's one of mine as well.
What would be my third one?
We're not going to put Spider-Man in there.
Well, I got Spider-Man 2 and then Captain America Civil War. I have to go with Endgame. I mean, that was just like so satisfying to see. Like, the series get just a very satisfying conclusion. Yeah, those are my top 3 right there. So yeah, Endgame, Civil War, and Spider-Man 2.
Damn, no, not even with them introducing like Tobey and Andrew in the same movie.
No Way Home is really good, but because of nostalgia.
Oh yeah, that's true.
You get what I mean? Because like as a solo like Spider-Man movie, like it has to go to Spider-Man 2. But like No Way Home's my second favorite though.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, mine would be Civil War. No Way Home is for sure in there, and damn, it's between Infinity War and Endgame, but I think I would pick Endgame too.
I mean, you can't go wrong with either.
Yeah, either is. I'm just trying to put myself in the theater, like how I felt.
I think an honorable mention for me though would be Winter Soldier, because that one was
also
a really good movie.
really good.
Because I feel like the first Cap movie at that time, it was good, but it was like the World War II piece, and then we get to Winter Soldier, and it's like a spy thriller movie, and especially with Bucky as the main villain, like he was a really good villain.
Also really good. Let's see. All right, give me your top show. Marvel show from Disney Plus.
Oh, I was like Marvel show.
Out of all the ones that have came out so
I'm
far.
trying to remember. So we've had WandaVision, Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I want to like that one a lot, but it's not one of the best.
Loki, Hawkeye,
What If, Moon Knight,
yes,
Miss Marvel. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think the one. I probably have to say WandaVision. I feel like that was really good. Just seeing her like. It was a trippy show, because it was very different from what we got in the MCU, and plus it was the first show.
Yeah.
But it was interesting to see how, because again, at this point, Wanda comes back 5 years from the blip. So she never got to process her grief. And so what we see her, I mean, what she did in the show wasn't like how she had the town in control, whatever. That wasn't justified. But
yeah,
either way, just to see like characters try to process their grief, which is, because a lot of these characters in the MCU, they're kind of messed up.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, so it's like, oh, okay.
Yeah. Mine would be Loki. Just
Loki was pretty good
really
too.
I liked it. The only reason I don't pick WandaVision is because the beginning.
Yeah, the beginning is a little tough to get into. That's why they released 2 episodes at first to kind of like speed it up.
I was just, I don't know. The beginning was just weird for me, but then obviously the more you keep watching, you get into it.
The other show I really liked was Hawkeye.
Hawkeye was really good
because we finally get the spotlight on him. Yeah, you know, and then they
plus it was action from first to like beginning to end.
Action. I mean, I kind of didn't like the finale. I feel like they could have done a little better.
Yeah,
with certain characters, but I mean, it was still a really good show.
It was still dope.
Just to get like an insight of Clint and then seeing like his trauma too.
Yeah, for sure. It was still dope though. But yeah, man. And then give me we'll end it off with this. Just give me one movie that you're excited for to come out.
What's the most excited one? Trying to think of what we have coming up. So next week, what, Ant-Man? It's the Marvels movie. I don't even know what comes after that. I forget. But of all future projects, movies, I'm excited for the Fantastic Four one.
Yeah, yes, me too.
Like, I really, really hope that one's good.
Yeah.
I don't know if they picked up a director yet, because it was supposed to be oh god, what's his name? It was the same director for the Tom Holland movies.
Yeah.
He was supposed to, but then he stepped away.
Yeah.
But yeah, I really hope that one does good.
I'm excited for Fantastic Four. But yeah, that we're gonna end it off right there. It was a good episode, man. This was a great episode. Thanks for coming on the podcast, man.
Yeah, for sure. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thank you guys for watching. Just make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and just stay tuned for more podcasts, more content, and hopefully we'll have my boy back in the future. And who knows, we might do our own thing in the future. We'll talk about it. But anyways, man, that's gonna do it for this episode. Thank you guys for watching the No Filter podcast. I appreciate you all. And thank you. Good stuff, man. Thanks, bro.
Of course.
That was fun.
It was.